back with another episode of Omaira's Kitchen. I'm excited, but I'm so nervous at the same time because it's been a while. So let's get to it. Less than 60-minute meals. I have sopao, which in English is like a stew rice with, a chicken stew with some rice. Not rice on the side. I actually make the rice in the chicken stew. Less than 60 minutes. I have been boiling the chicken for about an hour. I can't lie. The chicken needs to tenderize and cook, so I have been boiling the chicken for about an hour. I put a little bit of adobo. I put a little bit of basil and salt and pepper. That's it. So we're gonna start. Less than 60-minute meal. Let's get this going. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you guys had a safe and beautiful New Year. Let's get to it, because consistency is the key to life, right? So let's get to it. But okay, let's get to it. Less than 60-minute meal. Let's start with the ingredients. I have some potatoes that I cut up really small pieces. I have some carrots that I cut up really small too. Hi everyone, Happy New Year. I also have some fresh garlic. I have some fresh rosemary and basil. I have garlic, salt, pepper, what else here? I think I said that. Cilantro and parsley. Cilantro and parsley. I have my little gadgets here. All right, and I'm gonna attempt to make some tostones. I like to make my tostones a little sweet. Yeah, I like that on the sweet side. So yeah, that's why they're yellow and that's why they're maduro, but not too maduro, because I like my tostones sweet with a little crunch to it. So let's get to it. Less than 60-minute meal. All right, so like I said, I had my chicken boiling for about an hour. So I'm gonna start getting this pot here nice and hot. We're gonna put some olive oil in our pot. So what I'm gonna put in my olive oil, I'm going to dump in my onions first. I'm gonna let my onions saute a little bit, right? You turn it down. Right. So I did about a medium onion, cut it up, not into little tiny dices. You could cut it up like slices and then in half. After our onions, we're going to put in about 3 teaspoons of sofrito. 3 teaspoons of sofrito. I threw in a little bit more because I like me some sofrito. All right. Okay, so when we're done with that, I want to get some garlic. I'm going to throw in some garlic there, about maybe 3 teaspoons of garlic. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so I have the ingredients that I have put in. I put in sofrito. I put in a little bit of olive oil first, the onions, some sofrito, and the garlic. Ooh, smells so good. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the carrots. The potatoes, I'm going to add it in like the last, very last, because potatoes only take about 10 minutes to cook. All right, so we're going to dump in the carrots. I got 1 large, thick carrot, cut it into small pieces, good to go. Now we're going to add in our chicken. So my chicken's been boiling for about, again, an hour. I'm going to transfer it to the other pot now. Okay, once you got the chicken in, remember we transferred our chicken into another pot with the carrots, with the onions, with the olive oil, the garlic, all that stuff, right? So once we transfer all the chicken, we're going to put about 1.5 cups of chicken stock and about maybe 2 cups to maybe 3 cups, depending on what I need. I'm going to try 2 cups right now. 2 cups of water. All right, I think I need another cup. You want your chicken, you want the water to overflow. Like, you want your chicken to be covered with the water and the chicken broth. So I'm going to put in about another cup. Let's see. everything around. The rest of the steps. So we did our sofrito, we did our garlic. I'm gonna do caldo de pollo. It comes in a little box like this. Caldo de pollo. Has like a little, like, you know, chicken broth flavor. You don't want to put the whole thing in. You want to crush it up. Just crush it up right with your hands. There you go. All right, so we're going to put 2 packs of sazon. Two packs of sazon. We're gonna mix that right on up. And I'm gonna show you a little bit. All right, so I put most of my ingredients in, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Really nice. Chicken stew with rice. All right. So we're gonna add in now our salt and pepper. I wanna give a shout out to my sister, Julia. Thank you so much. I love owls. It's one of my mother's favorite animals. I have an owl on my back. And she got me these little salt and pepper shakers. Little owls, they're so cute. Thank you, Julia. All right, so some salt and some pepper. Again, now we're going to do our garlic. We put in fresh garlic, but we're gonna also put in powdered garlic. So we're gonna put in about 1.5 teaspoons of powdered garlic, and then we're gonna also put in 1.5 teaspoons of onion garlic. All right, perfect. Now we're also going to add in our oregano and our basil. So we're gonna have maybe about 1 teaspoon of oregano and about 1 teaspoon of basil leaves. And we're gonna shake this on up, stir it. I wish you guys could smell this. Okay, what am I missing? I'm gonna put a little bit of parsley and a little bit of cilantro. I cut it up. Okay. All right. Perfect. Now I'm going to add in my rice. I have about a cup and a little bit more than a cup, no, a little bit less than 1.5 cups. Okay, so you want to cook your rice for about 20 minutes. Okay, so I have it on about 4, like between 4 and 3, the temperature, like on the nozzle on the stove. And you want to cook it for about 20 minutes. Again, periodically, you check on it, you stir it. If you have to add a little bit of water, you add a little bit of water. Because you're not trying to cook actual rice. You're trying to cook soup with rice in it, right? All right, so let's get to it. We got these tostones. We're going to put this in about like 5 minutes. And we have some tostones here that I'm going to fry up. So we're going to get our pan nice and hot. Shout out to Rachel. She bought me a knife. And I wanted this knife and I actually wanted this color. So I like when people listen. Thank you, Rachel. All right, so we're going to cut up this plátano. I like to take the bottoms off first, obviously. Get rid of them. Okay, it goes down in the middle. And it goes down in the middle on this side. So again, I know you guys are looking at the color of this plátano and you're like, why is she making tostones with maduros? But I like tostones with maduros. I like to have a little sweetness to it. Hello, Anna. How are you? Happy New Year. So yeah, when I make tostones, I make it with maduros, but not too maduro, you know. I'm gonna make sure I put in all my ingredients in my rice and my soup. All right, so we're going to cut the plátano about maybe 1.5 to 2 inches. Like this. Perfect. We're gonna flatten them out. So I'm making 2. All right, perfect. Let's see how my pan is going. Let's check on this rice. Beautiful. You want your pan to get nice and hot. With our tostones, with our plátanos, I like to throw on some salt before I put them in the pan. Mix it on up. This one's kind of thick. I'm going to cut this one. If they're a little thick, you could cut it. All right. So let's see if my pan is ready. Okay, my pan is nice and hot. So we're going to put our plátanos in so we can make our tostones. All right, so I got my tostones in. They're cooking. You want to cook them on each side for about 1 minute or 2. Then we're going to flatten them out. And then we're going to put them back in the fryer, back in the pan for about another minute. All right, while my tostones are cooking, I got my pilón. I'm going to use my pilón today. So I'm going to add in about 2 to 3 teaspoons of olive oil. And then I'm going to add in some fresh garlic, and I'm going to make my own, like, what do you call it, like mojo? Like, what is it called? Somebody help me. It's like, you know, the ajo with the oil. What is that called in Spanish? Majo? I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, you guys get what I'm saying, right? So I need about maybe 4 cloves of garlic to do that. So we have 4 cloves right here. But before we do that, we got to get back to our tostones. I think they need about 1 minute more. Right. So we're gonna add in our potatoes. We're gonna add in our potatoes. Okay, so we added in our potatoes. All the ingredients are done for the sopado. Now we have our tostones. We're gonna take them out so we can flatten them. All right, so you take a tostón, take the plátano, and you're just going to pretty much squeeze it. And you're gonna flatten it out. And then you make a nice, cute, pretty tostón. All right, so we're gonna put it to the side. And we're just gonna repeat with all of them. Just push it, flatten it out. Perfect. Okay, and they are all done. All right, so when we take them out the pan, you want to make sure you have a little bowl with some paper towels so it could get some of that oil. We have that on the side here. Now we're going to dump the rest of these plátanos, tostones back in. And they're going to stay in there for another minute or 2. Okay. So I threw some of that in there. We might need 2 batches to make the rest of the tostones because I don't want to crowd the pan. We don't crowd the pan. Okay, so now I don't put it in the beginning because it overpowers the rice. But I'm going to put a piece of rosemary, fresh, and a piece of basil. I'm just going to throw it right on in there. I'm not going to cut it into pieces. I'm just going to throw it right on in there. Again, I'm going to add a little bit more water because I put in some tomatoes. So yeah, I threw in the basil and I threw in the rosemary. Why don't I put it in the beginning? Because it might overpower the rice, and you don't want the rice to taste just like rosemary. You know, you want to give it some flavor, but you don't want it to overpower all the other flavors that I put in. Oh my gosh, here I am talking and not getting the tostones. Alright, so these tostones, I like my tostones nice and gold and crunchy. You want to make sure that you know, they're in there for about another minute or two. I think this is perfect. And here it goes. I'm going to show you my toston. Nice and crunchy, nice golden. You put the paper towel on so you could get rid of that oil. Okay, so I have my pilon. I'm so excited to use it. And I have 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to cut this garlic up just about little 2 pieces like this. I'm going to throw it in there. You want to make sure that you have you don't have none of the skin, the peel, so the garlic, because you don't want that in there. And you're just gonna cut it right in half, and I throw it right in the pilon. I got about 4 cloves of garlic. I'm making my little like garlic ajo, garlic ajo oil, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what to call it. Can someone help me out? When you put the garlic, when you put the oil and the garlic on the toston, like what is that called though? Somebody help me out. Quick. So I took about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm gonna throw in some salt. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of pepper, and we're gonna get to pilando. All right, you see, olive oil and garlic. We're gonna throw that on the tostones. All right, so we're done. Less than 60-minute meal and we are done. So I'm going to do my plating. With the chicken, I got some chicken thighs and some chicken legs. We got some potatoes going. Look at how nice and beautiful. Let me pull this down so you guys could see. There we go. Less than 60-minute meal. I'm gonna put my tostones over here. I'm gonna get my brush. And I'm gonna get a little bit of the garlic and oil that I made, the ajo, and I'm gonna just put a little bit of that on the toston. Oh my gosh, you guys. I wish you guys could be here smelling this with me, enjoying this meal with me. I'm about to dive in. Okay. If nobody hasn't tried tostones maduro, again, not too maduro, but like just when it's turning its color, they're so good. I like salt and sweet, like that's me. So it goes perfect with this dish. Let me get a spoon. Look at this, you guys. How beautiful this looks. You have your carrots. You have your potatoes. Oh, wait. I gotta garnish it. See how that looks? Less than 60-minute meal. I'm about to dive in. Get some of the potatoes, the carrots. Wow, that's so good. Oh, This is like the best meal on those rainy days or on those snow days and you're stuck in the house and you just want to like make some soup, but you add a little bit of rice and it thickens it and it's just like so good. And then you could take your tostón and you could like push it in here and you could get some of that too on there. My goodness, guys. Follow my ingredients. Hold on. Okay. Let me clean my hands and wipe my mouth. Okay. So, follow my ingredients. Follow my instructions. And you will have a really, really good, nice, warm meal. You could cook this yourself. Nice and easy. Less than 60 minutes. Remember, all I did was boil my chicken for an hour before I got on. So technically, it's basically cooking for like 2 hours. But once you get started with all your ingredients and everything, it's less than 60 minutes. Look, it is 6:43. I started at about 6:10. That is amazing, guys. Thank you so much. God bless. Less than 60-minute meals. Your chicken stew with rice and tostones with some ajo. So good. Thank you. Salud. God bless, guys.